me again. We are doing unit rates. I believe it's lesson 1 warm-up. Not 100% certain, but we're doing a warm-up. So let's just know that. And it should have these things in it. You're going to have to put your last name, your first name, and which class period you are. Okay, now we've got to solve these problems because we may use fractions. So it's been a minute. I know that I can't add these until they have a common denominator. So I'm going to make them have a common denominator. 3 and 4. So I'm going to spread this out. 3. All right, to make them be the same, this one needs a 4 on the top and on the bottom. And this one needs a 3 on the top and on the bottom. Okay? And then bring down the 4. 2 times 4 is 8 over 12 plus 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 12. Now you can see that they have the same common denominator. And so I can just add them, which is fabulous. Let's see. 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12. Right? Yep. And 10. So I know that the next question will be, is Miss Began, how do I type that? You type 10 space 11/12. And that should work. Okay, now we're going to do the multiplication with decimals. And I know that some of you are going to want to go to decimals, but we're practicing what we should already know, so you should not be using decimals at this point. So we are here. Hopefully you guys are seeing all this stuff. And if I have to do all the hard work, so do you. 9.45 times 2.5. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2, that's 45, 46, 47. Okay, need a 0 because I'm going to the next digit. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. This is 8, plus the 1 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. And now add 5, 2, 6, carry the 1. That's 12, 13. 23.625. Let me double check my answer because I want to make sure that I'm right this time. Let me push the right buttons. Surprisingly enough, I was correct. I'm so proud of myself when I am. So the answer to, whoa, that was interesting. The answer to this one would be 23.625. I'm going to erase a little bit so that we have some room to work. Okay, we're going to do a couple more. We've done that one. Whew, okay. Okay, we're looking at -2 1/2 divided by 2. Now, we have done this, but again, it's been a minute. So I know that when I divide, what I need to do is flip and switch to times, okay? So -2 1/2 times, well, this would be 2 over 1. So to flip it, be 1 over 2. Now, I can't multiply this yet. I can't multiply this yet because that's 2 1/2. It's a mixed number, and it has to be an improper fraction in order to do that. So I've got to do the 2 times 2 plus 1. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and it will be negative times 1/2. Then I just multiply across the top. You got to do all that work to just multiply across the top and across the bottom. So your answer is -5/4. I'm going to double check. So make sure. Very glad I double checked. -5/4 is an improper fraction. So I have to think about how many wholes that I have. -5/4 is -1 and 1/4 because I have too many. It's like a whole pizza and one extra pizza. So your answer will be typed -1 space 1/4. Okay, we'll move me just, oh, we won't do it that way. We'll move that way. Okay. This one should be one you guys are familiar with because we've done these. We are doing -4 plus -2 minus 10 minus 2. This is order of operations. We've been doing it since we were little. So there's no multiplication. There is a parentheses, but I think that parentheses is just telling me to remember that it's a negative. So I'm going to start from left to right. -4 minus 2 is -6. Bring down the -10 and the -2. So far, so good. I'm still going to keep moving. Moving over that way. -6 minus 10 is -16. Bring down the 2. Keep on moving. -16 minus 2 is -18. So your answer should be -18. Again, you know that I need to check my own work, so I'm going to. We're good. It was -18. I was correct. All right. So now we are going to solve the other equation. And again, that one is also going to be order of operations, but we've got the positive and negatives. So -2.6 plus 4.9 plus 18.6. I'm going to tell you that I can't do it that way. So I'm going to have to take, these two are different. So I have a negative and a positive. So I know I have to subtract them and then think about which one is going to keep the sign. So 4.9 minus 2.6, 3, 2, -2.3. Now I'm looking at these two numbers and which one is further away from 0. That would be the positive. So this is positive 2.3. And then I just need to bring this with it. 18.6. I get my answer is 20.9. Let's see if I'm right. You know I always have to try to check. Give myself a thumbs up because, yes, I got that one right. We are going to erase, and I believe this is our last problem down at the bottom. But seeing that I see fractions, I'm going to bet that I need a little bit of space. So let's pull this up as far as it can go. And let's see. 5 3/4 plus 11 over 12 plus -2 1/2. Yuck. Okay. I cannot add or subtract fractions without a common denominator. So I look at 4, I look at 12, and I look at 2. They are all count by 2 numbers. Can I turn 4 into 12? Yes. Can I turn 2 into 12? Yes. So I'm going to say that my least common denominator is 12. Let me change my color so that you see what I'm doing. So to turn the 4 into a 12, it needs a 3. 12 is good. Don't have to do anything to that. 2 is missing a 6. Okay. All right. Good. So now I'm just going to multiply what I did. 9 over 12 plus 11 over 12 plus -2, 6 over 12. All right. We're good. So now I'm just going to add some numbers. You ready? I am going to start by adding these. I have 20 over 12, and I bring the 5 along because the 5 stays, plus -2, 6 over 12. Now, this plus and this minus together just makes it a minus. So 5, 20 over 12 minus 2, 6 over 12. Okay, cool. I'm doing good here. So I have a 20 minus a 6. That is 14 over 12. Okay, then I have 5 minus a 2. That is 3. Okay, but I learned from my last one, I have to make it, this 14 is too big, right? So let's do 3, and let's turn that 14 into 12 plus 2. Because that's the same thing, right? I'm just splitting it up. But what is 12 over 12? 12 over 12 is 1. That's how we make that a mixed number. So 4 to 12ths. I want to check to see if they want us to reduce, because 2 over 12 can be reduced. So give me 1 second. I'm going to push pause so then I make sure I'm giving you guys the right answer. Okay, so you all should be glad that I don't record my pauses, because what I discovered is that the answers don't match because, see this right here? When I took a little picture of the picture, that's actually a -5. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to change the answer to indicate that this is a +5, not a -5. So hopefully you've watched this video. But I'll put both answers as possible. If you see it as a negative, then you'll have that answer. If you watched the video and you did it along with me, like, you were supposed to do it both ways. You're supposed to see which way is right. So if you did it with me, the answer is 4 and 1/6. If you did it by yourself and assumed that was, you actually saw the little negative that I did not see, then the answer was -7 and 1/3. So there you go. And that's all there is to this one. I know you don't see my face, but I'm checking my answers. Cross your fingers. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I put the wrong bottom. So I, as the teacher, have to correct this. This is the correct answer.